Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Older Ripper, man. Back to rip up some more shit, you feel me? We finna check out the tragic story of Lil Snupe. Now, if you remember, Lil Snupe was a young man that was signed with Meat Mill with the Dream Chasers. You know what I'm saying? He was talented, bro. Like, I was really a fan of him before he died, bro. For real, like, bro had something going. You know what I'm saying? But the good die young. The good die young, bro. I hate it, but you know what I'm saying. We finna go ahead and jump straight in. You know, tap in with it. You know what I'm saying. Let's see what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying. Let's learn something in history class right now. You know what I'm saying. But before we do though, like and subscribe. I need you to do that. But let's tap on in, man. Let's go.
Lil Snupe was one of the most promising young artists of the 2010s. He's a talented freestyler who secured a deal with Meek Mill's Dream Chasers Entertainment. But before he could reach his true potential, he was shot and killed over a game of 2K. This is a tragic true story of Lil Snupe. Snupe was born and raised in Jonesboro, Louisiana. His pops was locked up when he was around 4 years old, so Snupe was mostly raised by his mom, who had him when she was just 15. Growing up, Snupe was an active kid who could never sit still. He started rapping when he was 4, and it was clear early on that he had something special. Most toddlers are barely able to put a sentence together, but Lil Snupe was making up rhymes off the top of his head. According to his mom, Snupe freestyled so much as a kid that sometimes she made him write his bars down just so she could have some peace of mind. She told XXL Magazine it was just natural for him. It was surprising to me because he would always be around rapping, but I just never paid attention to how good he really was. But sometimes I would just be like, can you be quiet? Go write it down. Because he'd just be freestyling all around and it would get on my nerves. Snupe was a smart kid, but he got in trouble all the time because he couldn't focus. Sometimes he would run away and hide out in abandoned apartment complexes to avoid going to school, and his mom would call the police. She reported him to the cops so many times, they eventually got tired of dealing with him. One time, she called a reporter missing, and the dispatcher told her, "Ma'am, he's not missing, he's a runaway." When Snupe was 8, he
That's messed up. You called the police because you really concerned about your child probably, and they telling you, just relax, calm down. This ain't his first rodeo. Man, that's messed up, bro. You know what I'm saying? But damn, like the mama always call the police on him. But be your own people, boy. Be your own people.
He joined a rap crew in Texas and started recording tracks with them after school. Unfortunately, they kicked him out for some reason, but that ain't hold him back. According to his mom, it just made Snupe want to prove himself even more. Even though he knew from an early age he wanted to be a rapper, it was hard for Snupe to not get distracted by his surroundings. His mom says he never got into any real trouble with the law, but Snupe made references to juvie in his music. Everyone around knew Snupe had talent, but no one believed in him more than his mom. After he got kicked out of the Texas crew, she saved her money and started buying recording equipment piece by piece to support her son. She wanted him to focus on music and avoid getting sucked into...
Yeah, that's real. A lot of parents nowadays, bro, they not really supporting their kids' dreams, especially that young. You know, especially with rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine you telling your black mama or your white mama, whoever, you know what I'm saying, you just want to rap, you know what I'm saying, that young. She tell you you need to focus on school and them books. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, though. You know what I'm saying? Moms, you get cool points. You get cool points for that.
Getting sucked into the street life, they got his dad locked up. The thing that really set Snoop apart from everyone else was his freestyles. He could spit bars off the dome for over an hour and never ran out of things to say. But unlike most dudes who get great at freestyling, his recorded verses were just as good, if not better. And when Snoop dropped his first project, 16 and Running in 2012, people started paying attention immediately. People in the area knew Snoop was good, but he wanted to be more than a hometown hero. He wanted to be a legend. So, when his favorite rapper, Meek Mill, announced a show at Grambling State University, Snoop ain't hesitate to shoot his shot. Snoop knew a girl working security at the show and convinced her to give him a pass. When Meek was about to leave after the concert, Snoop walked right up to his van, knocked on the window, and slid his mixtape over. He bounced without saying a word, but it didn't take long before he got the news that would change his life. About 20 minutes after Snoop handed Meek his tape, he was riding around with his homies, laughing about the situation. Then, another one of their friends called him and said Meek had shouted Snoop out on Twitter. Snoop couldn't believe it, but he hopped on Twitter and saw Meek posting lyrics from his tape. Then Meek reached out himself and talked to Snoop over the phone. Snoop and the people around him knew he was skilled, but no one expected things to take off so fast.
Listen, that man just ran up there, took a chance, took an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Meek them could have had security get on, bro. He could have, you know what I'm saying? But he gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? You know, most times, bro, opportunity only come knocking one time. And he took that chance. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take a risk. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever dream you got, You know, you gotta tighten up and do that.
Established rappers get mixtapes from up-and-coming artists every day. So for Meek to respond to Snoop's tape so strongly said a lot about the quality of the music. A couple of weeks later, Snoop told his mom not to get him anything for Christmas because Meek wanted him to come out to Philadelphia. She brushed him off at first, then Snoop showed her a Greyhound ticket from Louisiana to Philly. She still thought it was weird that a massive artist like Meek would send a bus ticket instead of flying him out, but she took Snoop to the station anyway. Snoop's mom was working 2 jobs at the time and couldn't go with him, so she sent her son on a 36-hour bus ride to chase his dreams. Snoop was performing a rap battle for T.I.'s album release party. It wasn't until her son's funeral that she learned the true story. Meek Mill told her that he never actually asked Snoop to come out. He just showed up out of nowhere to link up. Snoop made up the whole story, so his mama let him go. All his homies
Sometimes you gotta make your own opportunity. He did that though. I ain't knew that. Like, I knew about him meeting Meek, you know what I'm saying, part for the first time, but he lied to take a bus ticket up there. I wonder how like he found him out there in Philly though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how he found them out there. Maybe they'll say later on, but hey, sometimes when opportunity don't come knocking, you know what I'm saying? Create your own. All right.
All his homies told him dropping in on Meek without an invite was crazy. But Snoop bet on himself and took the chance anyway. It ended up paying off in a huge way, and Meek took him under his wing immediately. Showing up at a massive artist's doorstep looking for an opportunity ain't gonna work out 99% of the time. But Snoop was so talented that Meek had no choice but to take him in. He told Snoop about a rapper named Retro who wanted to battle him for 10K, and Snoop accepted the challenge without hesitation. Snoop stepped up and battled the dude in front of huge artists like T.I., Trey the Truth, and his new mentor, Meek.
Listen, if you never seen that rap battle they talking about, go watch that. They got a lot of million views on YouTube. Snoop went in like, yeah, that's when I really knew like, bro, really that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he snapped. You know what I'm saying? Bro really came with it, bro, like, for real.
He easily dusted Retro and won the battle. Then a video of the whole thing went viral and put Snoop on the map. From that first freestyle, everyone knew they was watching something special. Meek Mill signed Snoop to his Dream Chasers label and started taking him around to show off his skills. Snoop dropped his debut project, RNIC, and everybody was convinced that he was the next to blow up. With this tape, Snoop showed he wasn't just a battle rapper who could freestyle off the dome, but a talented artist with a clear sound and vision. Everything happened so fast, Snoop barely had time to enjoy his success. He was on track to become a superstar, but then tragedy struck and cut his life and career short. 2 months after he dropped RNIC, Snoop was chilling at his friend's apartment in Louisiana. According to his friend Lil E, Snoop was playing 2K with a dude named Tony Holden. Tony and Snoop was putting bets on the games, but the situation got heated when Tony lost. So he put out a pistol and shot Snoop twice in the chest. Tony Holden was already on bail at the time.
First off, I'm gonna say R.I.P. Lil Snoop. You know what I'm saying, for sure. But come on, bro, you look 40, and you mad over a 2K game. You killed an 18-year-old, bro. Come on, bro, like, and you shot him twice in the chest. So you really want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, like, dumbest nigga in the world, bro. Say that shit.
He turned himself in and was charged with first-degree murder, armed robbery, and illegal possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Lil E was picked up for manslaughter, but according to Snoop's mom, he was the one who actually pulled the trigger.
Number 1, Tony Holden did not kill Snoop. It was Edric Stewart.
3 years after Snoop's death, his mom did an interview with XXL magazine and gave her side of the story. She said that during the investigation, it was discovered that the bullets that killed Snoop ain't matched Tony's gun, but they did match Lil E's. According to her, Tony got 10 years for being a convicted felon with a firearm, not killing Snoop. The charge against Lil E was dropped, even though the authorities knew his bullet killed Snoop. What makes the situation worse is that Snoop's mom said Lil E was involved in another homicide later that year, which could have been prevented if the police did their job.
All right. I don't apologize. But, like, so Lil E, bullets came from his gun, apparently. Police ain't did nothing about it. And a year later, he killed somebody else. And then the dude did a whole interview about it, like, blame the other guy for it. You know what I'm saying? But it's weird, though, because the clip they just showed a few seconds before this, he said dude turned himself in for that, though. So I'm confused, like, I don't know, I might be tripping, I don't know.
Good job. She told XXL that the police left the crime scene unguarded, so people came through to rob the apartment and mess up evidence too. From what Snoop's mom says, it seems like Lil E caused the whole issue. Tony and Snoop wasn't even really heated with each other, but then Lil E allegedly escalated the situation and ended with Snoop getting killed over nothing. No one can say for sure what went down, except the people who were there, but it's all definitely suspicious. Ever since Snoop died, his mom tried to keep his name alive and get justice for his death. She produced a documentary about his life to inspire other kids like him to make it out of the streets and follow their dreams, and also wrote a book about his story. Meanwhile, his dad got released from prison and started using his name to clout chase. Snoop's dad tried to air out his mom, Meek Mill, and others for not putting a headstone on Snoop's grave.
I remember that. When that happened. I don't know what the truth was behind the headstone part, but I definitely remember the video. Like, Pops came out. You know, maybe a little clout chasing. You know, but I mean, at the same time, I'm sure he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he was hurt. You feel me?
Snoop's mom said the whole thing was just a publicity stunt because he wants to use his son's name to get attention for himself.
Snoop Dad has caused, it's all a show. It's for a show. It's been rehearsed. Basically, he's having people to kind of coach him on what he thinks is going to work because he's determined to be famous. That's his main thing.
Lil Snoop was only 18 when he died, and he had so much more talent that the world will never get to see. He was only in the industry for a couple of months before his death, but his impact was huge. Not only was he skilled, but everyone who met him only had positive things to say. His mom told XXL that artists like Trey the Truth, Yo Gotti, Boosie, and Meek Mill still show her love and check up on her. Snoop's legacy lives on in the music he left behind and the impression he made on people, but unfortunately, we only got to see the beginning. Rest in peace to Lil Snoop, one of the most promising artists of the 2010s who was taken away too soon.
I ain't gonna count. You know what I'm saying? That was the end of the video, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna count though. Like, I really do feel like if Snoop was still alive, I do believe he would have been big time. Without a doubt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he would have been big time, and a lot of artists that was out around that time wouldn't be as big right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, bro was talented, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once again, R.I.P. Lil Snoop, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it's your boy Older Ripper, man. Check me on IG at Older Ripper. You feel me? And shit, I'm out.